And we are live in the action here, folks. Party Astronauts and M80 squaring off. Thanks for bearing with us. Had some lag issues for players. Surprisingly not the one in Denmark.
Yeah.
But everything's sorted out now, and we've got Vertigo getting underway between the Party Astronauts and M80. M80 up a map. And Spec looking to hold this B take at bay. Dinked immediately, rounding the corner. He's got to back away. But actually, they're not going quick into this. They're going to set up some util. They're expecting a response here, hoping to get a kill. Having not seen the fast play just yet, Party Astronauts a little wary. Body block the smoke. How much is that going to affect things? Not a ton. Good utility. Good flashbangs.
Yeah,
John, this is a bomb going down.
Yeah, and body block smokes don't really have as much effect now due to the fact the smokes are way bigger, so yeah. Anyway, Swisher's got a nice little 2K probably. Oh, whips the second one. PwnAlone's got the dualies as well. Rec does manage to trade one back.
Look at the health.
Oh, look how low they are. Yeah, they are a bullet away from death for 2 players. Molbs takes down Ben and finds Spec as well. That'll do it. M80 up 1-0. And Mike, we didn't get a chance to talk about it that much, but this is a really good map for M80. Yes, did they struggle on it in Europe? Of course. But are they also incredibly dominant in North America on this map? Also, yes. So, I mean, look, we'll see how it goes here for the Party Astronauts, but they don't play Vertigo that often. In fact, it's their ban sometimes. 0-2 over the last 3 months, minus 13 round differential. I'm not even sure they've played it. They have played it, yes, on CS2. Both matches on CS2, in fact. Party Astronauts really did need that nuke win, like we talked about. Didn't find it. The win got knocked out of their sails towards the latter part. And Medi got the power of Swisher to take it across the finish line.
Second volley had to be committed in, and no one's actually watching Grizz. So the kill will eventually come through. This is a little awkward. They're running right into stack. They know it. They're just going to frag out. Health's a little tenuous.
They're okay. They're okay.
They should be. It's not done just yet. And if Party Astronauts could keep them near that bomb detonation, well, they can't. Goodbye, Chop!
A step too far
Icarus.
over the edge.
Too close to the sun.
0 days since the last accident.
22 injuries. That was a long warm-up.
Yeah. That's the 22nd we just saw. Accidents are preventable. And you know what would help? A handrail in that spot.
Oh, they're still building it. They're still building the handrail.
Yes, exactly. Oh, boy. Flashman's going to get tossed out here. One of the misses for M80. A Molotov could force them back. And no, Swisher's kind of trapped here over towards stairs. He comes out and hangs out a little bit. He's got no help. Party Astronauts decide not to force the issue. They are going to fall back to the site. Damage is about even on both sides as a result.
Seen a lot of intentionality towards the B bomb site early. It's now been through both rounds. And the third as well. So you can see PA are poised to rotate back in. They float the extra player in towards mid. They've got 2 on the B site. Ready for this hit to come through, but M80 at this point are poking and prodding. They're just establishing that tendency, right? Now they're maybe backing off of it, looking for more of a mid play. What are they setting up for? Where does that smoke go? What do we got here, Swish? What are you throwing? That's an elevator smoke. Interesting. Okay, so this is the mid take. Elevator smoke thrown from spawn, and now they're moving in towards this middle space. They've got all this ground, trying to isolate the fight with CT. Actually, very good from Ben Leaf that he doesn't give it to them. But he's going to be caught here. Didn't realize how far Rec had gotten. Now the B players, they're under threat. Chop deleted. The MAC-10 too much to deal with, and Manx gets a second as well. Why not? Bomb down, round over, save called. That's a really nice bit of play.
And a really bad outcome for the Party Astronauts because M80 was just on a bonus round there. The MAC-10 delivering a couple of frags from Manx. Perhaps that ping to his advantage in some ways when he's charging up aggressively like that with the SMG. And PwnAlone and Spec have to save what they've got, which is at least full armor and a couple of rifles. But this is a tough one for them because they've given M80 a huge boost to their economy. Malb's in the right spot to hunt some frags, and he won't get anything. That's a M4 maybe picked up, unless he gets traded out again. And, well, they're chasing. PwnAlone not safe yet. He goes down. So does Spec. Oh, my goodness. No guns saved. More upgrades for M80, and 3-0 lead for them.
Let's talk about what M80 did in that round, right? We sort of talked about it mid-round, but
yes,
they had established this tendency of the fast B hits. So they do the same thing in the early round. Swisher goes out, he shows presence, he fights, doesn't get a kill, but what it does is it changes the setup of the defense. It sucks another player in towards B, and via that sucks a player off of A to pick up mid. So now you've got the 3-man lean towards that side of the map, and you got a pretty good idea something's going on like that for M80. You throw that smoke dissection off the A site, gives you the isolated fights in mid. Spec, though, all right, can't account for the deagle factor. You can't account for the spam, though. Nicely done from WolfY. Knows they were setting up the boost, which is why he commits further into that spam. Let's see if Spec can create something else here. Ooh, not doing. Not much health remaining. Now this A-ramp take. It's making life tough.
Yeah.
He's not collecting just yet. As we've seen, M80 doesn't necessarily have to commit. They can go towards plan B. They just know they've done damage, and so they're loath to give it up.
And once more, M80, after committing towards the A site, they've shown face, decide to fall off of that and head towards B, which is completely vacant. Oh, Chop, does he catch one? Chop going down the ladder. Maybe can come in on the flank and do some damage here, but he freezes for a moment. I think he got the information, so now he's trying to activate off of it. It's only a P250, so he's going to have to be razor sharp with his aim. Already M80 going to take the site. Probably a plant confirmed. It's still Chop activated on that flank, but no. Rex watching. Took a little too long, and that should be the round.
Talk about the adjustment. Talk about not overcommitting. You know, hunting those ecos, thinking you can just win. Making sure you're in an advantageous position, making sure you got things going on your side. And so after losing that first body, they just make sure there's no other casualties. Really nicely played early on in the anti-eco from M80. This, I mean, so far has shown very clearly why they like Vertigo.
Yes. No, this is their map for sure on the M80 side. Very patient. I mean, oftentimes you can get trapped into continually pushing aggressively on the T side of Vertigo, which becomes exceptionally readable. But M80 are super comfortable here. Even once they made that commitment towards the A-ramp, they fell off of it, got one frag. As you mentioned, didn't go too far. PwnAlone takes a step forward and drops Malbs with the AWP. 5v4 just like that. The rifles are out for PA. But yeah, no, M80, a lot of patience on a map where you can fall into the trap of not being patient at all.
Yeah, that's why you give PwnAlone the AWP, though. What an entry off of that one. He's looking for more. He's going hunting. He's got it as well. Taking the initiative on this fight. He'll finally be dropped, but that sets up the trade. Still 2v3. This is recoverable, perhaps for M80, but do they realize how many players are in defense? WolfY peeks in. He gets one. Spots the second as well. The players are isolated. WolfY says, nope, I'm out. Especially because Swisher's out on B. Swisher's on B. They're rotating. Swisher holds the line. He's playing this very passive, so Grizz might be able to get back into things. He does indeed. Swisher gave him so much space. So going for the take already. There's the spot, the dink, the execution. And it comes down to a 1v2 for Chop to try and recover what was their advantage.
No,
Swisher's just not allowing it. Clean on the shots, clean on the taps. I mean, Swisher's just stolen our attention with those last two kills, but I want to give WolfY his flowers because PwnAlone was getting aggressive with the op, and WolfY just immediately answers back.
Yeah, I was going to say, not only that, where WolfY answers back against PwnAlone, but that peek in towards side hall, gets one and finds the spot without being traded. That is not an easy task. And WolfY just makes it look like he does it every other day, which he probably does on this map because they're very strong here, as we talked about. Wow, beautiful. And then the rotation, Swisher gaining the space towards the B site in the meantime, lurking around there, calling WolfY over. I mean, to be honest, WolfY could have even faked it and gone all the way out of the A ramp area and then gone back and walked his way onto A and had a free and vacant site. But at that point, it totally makes more sense, given the utility they had, the flashbang, the smoke, and everything, to isolate the positioning and really get the advantage on the B site. And of course, having Swisher there already, it made sense to fully commit towards that site. So well done from M80. So many options opened up to them, again, because of some stellar play.
John, some important news. Breaking news.
What's up?
Counter-Strike update of the evening.
Oh.
Did in fact come through.
What are the updates?
They've fixed the jumping inconsistent jump height bug.
Ah, that's fantastic.
It's a big one. They appear to have fixed visual and audio feedback on tracers being more synced with where the bullets are actually going.
This is good.
You can now queue for Premier with a 4Q.
Oh, that's... I don't know how I feel about that one. That's
an interesting one.
Prevented a lot of toxicity, I'll be honest. You don't want to be that one.
Let's see what else. You have vote kick immunity for solo players who get matched on the same team with a party of 4 players.
Okay, so that helps. Good.
So you can just mute them all and play the game.
Fair enough. That works.
Adjusted the algorithm for reestablishing CS rating after a period of inactivity in Premier mode. So presumably you don't lose 15K if you're top 1 on the leaderboard and you're away for 8 days. Some audio changes.
Oh, hold on a second, Mike.
Nice
Grizzly's
kill for
going to
Grizz.
get one here onto Rec. 4v4. I mean, they did upgrade their pistol. Still a chance here for Party Astronauts to pull this off. Smoke going to come out. Ben lead and PwnAlone in a prime position. Spec as well. If M80 commit to this, it could be problematic. WolfY peering around with the AWP, so very good with it. Mobs gets a spot. Tons of damage done. WolfY kills his teammate and Spec at the same time. That's a call out you don't see every day. And look at this. Now a 2v1. Grizzly and Pwn find Max and Swisher. And oh my goodness, WolfY grabs the AK off the ground. He's going to need some crazy heroics. This was just upgraded pistols. That TK didn't help. Comes around. Can't take out Grizzly. What a way for the Party Astronauts to find their first round, Mike.
That's a bummer. That's such a bummer for M80, but I mean, huge for the Party Astronauts. Massive one through. You never like to see a TK come through if you're M80, but they're going to take a pause and sort things out because that one got chaotic. I mean, Grease got the key kills to sort of throw that into disarray and then just Party Astronauts take that one to the bank. It's absolutely what they needed to jumpstart the CT defense. Now they're going to have some money in their back pocket. They're going to have some momentum going their way. They got some salvage guns coming through. They got the op-up for PwnAlone. And we might just have a game on our hands here, John.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a very good round for the Party Astronauts to pick up. I mean, look, M80 still have enough money to buy plenty of cash to get a full-on buy right back into things here. So Party Astronauts need to find an answer with the rifles, which even with those guns in hand, they were not able to overcome M80. So we'll see. PwnAlone with that op did make a lot of noise when he last had it. WolfY was the one who denied him the chance at clutching the round. They're going back to that B hit. Oh, 3 players here. Grizzly gets one. Swisher the immediate trade. Good flashbang toss. Chop stuck in one position. Swisher swinging him. He gets...
They don't expect the third. They don't expect the third.
Oh, my goodness.
They didn't expect Ben to be committed into the fight. That's wild. M80 getting ahead of themselves there. So that's the answer for Party Astronauts. Okay, you think you're continually taking this control out towards B? Well, we're just going to rock on up. And speaking of rocking on up, Malls has walked on out onto A, caught Spec slipping. So we're back to a 2v2. Don't actually have a lot of control here is the problem. PwnAlone on the angle, but smokes are going to come to make his life misery. Now they got a chance at the bomb plant, but they're wary of the flank coming through. Oh, Mobs. Mobs, you madman. Mobs, you madman! Flashbang, the timing's so unfortunate for Mobs. He can't get the kill.
No.
He can't get his vision back. The bomb is planted, though, so WolfY gets a chance to make this. All him. Well, the peek around. He's got the first, spots the second as well. Gets away. Into the headshot angle. Dink on the WolfY. 1 HP. 1 HP.
It's enough.
Fully 99'd him. WolfY, though, just with the sidearm, he's going to get it. Going to get the shots he needs. That one by a knife's edge.
Unreal. I mean, look, I thought Mobs was going to get that frag. He just couldn't connect with the shots. Very tough swinging around. But yeah, M80, even though it was very close, and WolfY, lucky that last bullet went through the wall, because if it doesn't, he's done. And that 1 HP, more than enough as he spams through the smoke and takes down the diffuser. 6-1 for M80. They isolate the round victory that the Party Astronauts found, but PA says, you know what? We got to go for something. We feel that even with that round lost, it was close enough that we can force up and try to punish. Unfortunately for them, Grizz immediately gets rebuffed as he tries to go for some aggression towards the B stairs. Smoke tossed out. Malbs, another opener. Spec his victim this time, and he also gets Pwn over the tippy top of the smoke. 5v3 for M80.
What a way to make up for that last round where he gets flashed on the peak into heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all looking gravy, baby. They're bringing it towards A, and so Ben Leeds either going to have to make this MP9 look like an auto-opper, or it's toast. That's right, John. The auto-sniper wouldn't even be enough here.
No.
Gotta be the auto-wall. I don't think he's going to get anything.
No.
Bomb's going to be down. Imagine this turns into a save.
And you imagine correctly, Mike. Chop's already in T-spawn. He's probably calling for his teammates to join him there. And yeah, the round is done. The save is on. And M80's got the half in their hands as they find that 7th round. Playing to expectations so far. This being M80's map pick. And one that, in North America at least, they have not faced much opposition on.
Nope. Chop. Goodbye, Chop.
Oh, goodness.
Chop, chop. Look, the individual's certainly been on point for M80 tonight. Swisher having himself a nice first half here, 10-4. But, I mean, it's really been across the board. Right now on Vertigo, the thing is, some of the individual plays have bailed him out, but for the most part, it's been the overall picture.
Yes.
Especially in those early rounds, they were calling beautifully.
Yeah, they were
Seen
taking
some
space
adjustment
as a
from Party
unit.
Astronauts, but they just don't seem to have the defense nailed on right now.
No, M80's way more comfortable on their T side here than Party Astronauts are on CT side. So they're going to keep on pushing. Molotov
Back
out.
to Old Faithful.
Swisher goes right through it, yeah. And he's underneath the stairs. I imagine that there was an audio cue there and the Party Astronauts are aware of it. They're going for some aggression of their own. They've charged in towards elevator. And they're going towards T-spawn. PwnAlone eats a nade down to 9 HP. Rex watching for this, so I'm not sure what Grizzly can do. In fact, he wins the fight. Peeks into it. Rex shoots first, but he can't get the frag. Manx trying to get a trade here. He comes all the way back, and Grizzly is managing to hide for the time being. I don't know if he wants to full-on retreat, having found that first frag. It wouldn't be a bad idea, but just keep that map control.
I think the generator ate most of Rex bullets there.
Yeah.
A classic. M80 have made a bit of a freeze call, right? They've got to be wary, clear out that ladder, make sure no one's aggressed up in towards mid, because if there's a player pushed all the way through, that could ruin whatever you try and do later on the round. So they're just kind of frozen. You have Swisher under the steps. You have this double clear in towards mid. They're going to find engagement here. Chop's here. PwnAlone with him. Don't know that PwnAlone's the biggest threat with 9 HP and a USP. But Chop could be a problem. Not anymore. Not anymore, PwnAlone. It's all about the element of surprise. He pops up, and he's down. One more kill for Grizz, but that could be all she wrote. Back has been spotted, and Swisher will deal with the problem.
Maybe if Pwn has anything but a USP in that position, he can do more damage, but, you know, it's just that lowly pistol, and it doesn't do anything. M80 get an 8th round. And the Party Astronauts, despite a little bit of noise in the early moments, going towards mid, charging into T-spawn, getting one that would be the only frag they would find. In fact, I don't know if it would have been a bad idea to continue pushing forward. I understand the decision to fall back, given that you have the man advantage and maybe a gun upgrade, but it doesn't pan out. They are back to a buy-up, though. Manx, looking over the top of that smoke. Nade pops it away for a moment. M80. Here they come. Swisher loves to charge out here in towards the stairs. He's been in the same spot at least, I'd say, 60% of the rounds we played here. Lobs an opener. They really like to slow things down. I don't think there's been an all-out push from M80 more than one time here on Vertigo, which is exceptionally rare.
I mean, it's either you give them that space on B and they take it, or they get that kill, get the 5v4, working towards mid. And actually, Party Astronauts are reading this very nicely this time. They've got the double setup, including the AWP PwnAlone. This could be... Oh, timing. Timing is rough here. Rek gets the shot just as PwnAlone came off. They had the right read. They had it. They knew, John. They knew everything. And they didn't trust themselves. And now Ben Leet lost towards Elevator. This is a catastrophe. This is a disaster. This is all on the PwnAlone.
Oh,
well, he will hit one. His chances at the round are gone. There's no world. There's no way. The bomb's going down. It's a 9th. Banged on for M80.
Yeah, with 31 HP and wanting to keep that AWP in play and not much money for the Party Astronauts, you can't risk this at all if you're PwnAlone. On the other side, though, for M80, they can certainly hunt. We'll see where they decide to go. If they end up at T-spawn, then Pwn might not even have the opt in this next round. 9-1, though. Things are starting to really slip away from the Party Astronauts.
I think we're beyond starting, John. They've slipped.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like this is, you know, when you've dropped the glass and you make that panicked attempt to re-grab it before it hits the kitchen floor.
Yes.
This is that moment. We'll see if their reflexes are on point.
Well, you know, anything's possible. But yeah, it's a tough situation. PwnAlone.
There was one moment at a family dinner when I was, I don't know, I guess either a teenager or high school or something, where we were out at a restaurant and the waiter was pouring wine and he just dropped the bottle, and my mom, like, just absolute instantaneous superhuman reflexes, snatched it out of the air before it hit the ground.
Whoa, your mom's a absolute unit. Jeez,
you know,
just grabs it.
Moms, they're superheroes. What can I say?
That's crazy. Was it open too?
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember that. I do remember that she caught it and didn't spill any, but I don't remember whether it was open already or if it was about to open it
and not caught and not spilled. That is just even more impressive. But impressive nonetheless.
It was gnarly.
Well,
superhuman moment.
Perhaps Party Astronauts will have that superhuman moment and get 8 rounds back here.
Well, they need 2 first to close this half.
Well, I mean, to tie it up at 9 and not give M80 another one and keep this close. Anyway, whatever. It's a long road ahead, regardless.
It is. It is a long road that they've constructed for themselves. We'll see if they've got superhuman reflexes.
Yeah.
Right now. Ben? No, he does not.
Malbs does.
Is Delorded. In towards mid. Smoke goes up to section off. Oh, PwnAlone actually goes past it, gets the kill. That's big. Specs got one back as well. Here's a little bit of juice. A little bit of juice in this round. They're going back to Old Faithful. They're going back to B. We got Grizz here.
Chop close by.
Chop is close by. Chop has not had a lot of luck this game. Let's see what Grizz can do. Chop no longer very close by.
That
We're
molly
getting pretty far off, actually.
Oh!
He hits the dink. He hits the dink, but it's not enough because WolfY is just too quick on that trigger for the second bullet to come out. So the bomb is down, and we've got a post plant with no control for Party Astronauts.
I was going to toss a nade. It's right on the money. Takes Swisher down to 54. He's looking for that shot. Oh, that smoke's not going to help him any. All 3 players there, and oh no, Rek, I think through the smoke, spam spec, and that'll do it.
That's it. It's a save. I mean, this is one of those situations where it's like, yeah, do you really want to save? It's going to be 10 rounds on for M80. I guess it's theoretically the percentage chance, but at some point you just got to send it, right? You just got to.
It's just tough because all 3 players from the exact same angle, right? And you need the guns. You don't really have the money. I hear you. They're down 10-1, and I mean, it's the last round of the half. But it helps a little bit to have the AWP and the AK versus needing to force up and settling for FAMASas and maybe A1Ss. So, yeah. Sucks because you're down by so many rounds, but you got to give yourself the best chance possible of winning and play the percentages. So here we go. 12th and final round of play in this first half of action. At M80, at think it goes without saying that it is within their control entirely right now. Let's see some PwnAlone magic. I'm feeling it, Mike.
You feeling it? They need it. They need some sort of magic. Doesn't matter who it comes from. They need some sort of juice right now. That's one. WolfY missing his shot. PwnAlone gets one back, but he's so low. He's not long for this world, and so it's an even man situation as the bomb will be going down, and there is no saving in this one. There is no saving. You gotta go for it. They've got decent utility for it. 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes. They could get something going here. But they cannot afford any mistakes at this point. They need something to take into the half. Letting the elevator smoke dissipate. Now they'll start to deploy their util set for this retake. Again, it's good vision on, but they need to get on while these smokes are up. If they're going to take this space, they're just going to need to have someone stick. It's just how it's got to be. Molotov, though, and they've used all their smokes, so they can't get back on this bomb. Time ticking away. And this one's looking like it's over and done with. 11 rounds. And we take the break. This could be it. This could be it. And we're off to a quick one. Manx catches a dink, and he's the only player. Hey, they were anticipating a B take. Anticipating a stack, and M80 gonna have to recalibrate here. A little bit of a retake. on deck, so Party Astronauts will likely get a chance to at least defend the bomb. Ooh, blocking your own utility, not ideal. But Manx somehow gets 2 kills. How? He had no health. Chops made it through now, at least put down one. But it's all falling apart. He's going to have to race for a B bomb plant just to give himself a desperate chance at pulling off an insane round.
Why did WolfY kill Manx?
Confusion. There's a lot of that right now.
That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Chop was on the other side.
They didn't know. I thought he was a spy. Wrong game. TF2. Very understandable. But it's not going to matter because WolfY does get the kill he needs. Look at the defuse. Seems Spec put a bullet into Chop as well. So a lot of that going around right now. There could be a lot of nothing going around in a second, John. Only 1 round needed for M80.
I'd love to watch that back, and maybe they thought they saw someone. I don't know. There was a smoke.
Someone shouted, "It's a spy," and he just responded the only way he knew.
Yeah, that Manx is a spy. That's what it was, right? I don't know. That was really weird.
TF2 now, man.
Dude, TF2 is still fun. I went back and played it a little while ago, and it's still an incredibly awesome game. It just doesn't get any love, unfortunately.
That's okay.
It has
Things can be just left in their eternal good state.
Yeah, but it has a bot problem. That's the issue.
Yeah. I thought they fixed that at one point.
I mean, it's better. It's better. But still, I don't know. Anyway, 12-1 for M80, Mike. It could be over right here.
It could indeed. Manx, tip of the spear. He's going to get some damage, but not the kill. Still confirms. I think he only spotted the 1 player in mid since the others were going for the boost up. But they're going to come flying around. First kill found for Wreck, but still advantage on for Party Astronauts. It's a good start to this round. And with the control in mid, life is going to be difficult and dangerous for M80. And now they're just down to 2. Grizz walking his way up. They get him the space on B. Just misses seeing Swisher, but he's got all this room to rumble. And he's calling his teammates over to get a free and clear bomb plant.
Yeah, I mean, you got to thank Chop if you're the Party Astronauts for finding a way to slip that bomb under the noses of M80 and get the plant over at the B site in that previous round. And now, I mean, because they got the Galils, they had the advantage in terms of firepower.
So get a fighting chance.
Exactly. Swisher sees the gun. He says, okay, well, I'm going to grab that and save it. That is the best call. WolfY
2 on 4 is taken through.
That's you've got to, yeah.
That's all they were looking for. That was the mission. So there will be some danger remaining in this next round. But you'd imagine it's an eco around it. Although, double eco situation, they could just risk it and buy. Get spicy. I think they're going to get spicy.
They could.
Do you want better? They should, John. They should.
I think they should, yeah. 12-2? Why not?
It's easy up for Manx. They're doing it.
Go.
Spicy indeed. Mom says a deeg.
That's always scary.
That's all you need.
Surgical with that deagle.
No presence in mid early on. It's interesting. Chop's anticipating something, so he's holding on to that extremity for the moment. That's a lot of utility dumped here on the ramp fight.
Oh, double nade for the top of ramp. That's interesting from Party Astronauts, but no one really on the receiving end of it. WolfY does take some damage from the bullets. And he's going to back off of that fight. 3 players waiting here. WolfY's going to dunk the nade down. He thinks they're further up than they are. And over at the B site, Swisher's going to spot one, and Brett gets the other. Oh, goodness.
They've got it. They've got it. That's such a problem now. And an extra kill down the ramp. You can't die here, PwnAlone. Can't stay exposed. He's got the bomb. So Chop is working his way through mid, but just doesn't matter because at this point, the flank doesn't mean anything. There's no one else remaining. So this could be it. This could be it. The Pistols leading the charge. The Pistols delivering the final round needed for M80 to salt away this win. Chop's got himself an isolated fight with Swisher, but it's not exactly the easiest cage match out there. Still, Chop will win it. He's got 40 seconds to find the other 3.
Oh, man. got to get the frags, get the bomb, plant it. I mean, at this point, just get the frags. 30 seconds left. He's really far away from that bomb. Making noise, too. I mean, there's no choice. Take the fights, Chop. Let's see it happen. Oh, my goodness. They had a smoke as well to throw. Poor Chop, and he has to run through a Molotov to try and get something done. He walks into a firing squad, and he's done.
Desperation. What a disappointing way to have to go out. Just nothing doing in that round. Not enough time, not enough chances, not enough players to get that final round through. Look, Vertigo is pure domination from M80. We wanted to know what they'd been cooking in their time in Europe. It turns out it's a spicy M80.